Could we get any kind of an update on Joel Embiid?
Yeah, he went through a lot of the stuff, didn't do a lot of live stuff, obviously. We're not going to allow that yet. And so, nothing's changed. He's got to go through his treatment. But, as far as when we were doing shooting and stuff like that, he looked great.
He is the game changer for them, and he's one of the best big men in the league. We'll try to play our way, with Embiid or without Embiid. Our game plan should not change.
The 76ers, they have yet to been able to get out of the second round. I mean, it's just like the moment that you've been waiting for.
Not at all, because if your goal is to get out your second round, how low are your goals? That's not my goal. If that happened and that's all you get, that's not successful for me, or hopefully our team, hopefully our city. Like, we want more. We want the entire cake.
Philadelphia, not known for being warm and fuzzy. What kind of reception are you expecting up there?
I don't know. I'm sure it's not going to be a welcomed one. It's going to be a fun environment. I'm looking forward to meeting some Philly fans and getting out there and enjoying it and having a fun series.
So tough to handicap a series when you don't know exactly who's going to be on the floor for Philadelphia. But if, say, Joel Embiid cannot play tomorrow, Kenny, and he's day-to-day. So say he can't play. Seems like the perfect opportunity for Atlanta to steal one out of those first two.
Obviously, they're not a better team, but I wouldn't say it's a perfect opportunity because they do play a different way without Embiid. Not this year, but last year they've had success at times when he wasn't out.
Is this not a better opportunity to steal the game if Joel Embiid?
No, not really, because your game plan changes and the style of play. So Philly plays a lot faster when he's not in the game. And that actually is not good, I don't think, for the Atlanta Hawks. I think they have guys like Tobias Harris who get more shot opportunities in a faster environment. So it doesn't just make it easier. So if you're going with the mentality that Joel's not there and it's going to be easier, it's a totally different game. So it's depending on how you approach your mental approach, because it's going to be difficult either way.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying it's going to make it easy. I'm just saying it's a better chance to steal one of those games on the road. Chuck, what are you laughing about?
Hey, man, yes, Ernie, they're not as good as team without Joel.
Yeah, but does it make it easier?
That does make it easier.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah,
it does.
It does.
The Nets are not a better team without James Harden, but it didn't make the game easier for them.
It did not.
It did not make the game easier for Milwaukee Bucks.
Nice try on the analogy, but it's not.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's not the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's not the same.
It's not, and
You know
neither,
why? Okay,
and
hold on.
the Atlanta Hawks are not the Milwaukee Bucks either.
Kenny, you know why it ain't the same thing? Because James Harden don't do the bulk of their scoring. Joel Embiid is the bulk of their scoring. So now you only got to focus on Ben Simmons. Don't let him dominate, and don't let Tobias Harris get off. With Joel Embiid there, you got to focus on those.
But Kenny, they play different. They play faster. So I think if Joel is not there, it's going to be a high-scoring game that could go either way.
Well, if it goes either way, then that means you can't. It's not an easy game.
He just said they're not as. It's an easier way to. They got a much better chance without Joel Embiid.
Just say you're wrong, Cornelius.
Cornelius. It's not
Cornelius.
wrong. I'm clarifying
what prompts a Cornelius from you, by the way?
Because he's intelligent. I want to give him Kenneth Cornelius.
Cornelius West. He thinks there's a professor West.
His first name is Cornel West.
Cornel West, but he says he puts Cornelius.
Because you're more like a dumbass Cornelius than the answer you just gave.
No.
Okay. Hey, listen, Ernie, I got to say this, like, I don't know what's going to happen with Joel Embiid. Well, let me tell you something. The Sixers are going to have, without Joel Embiid, the Sixers are going to have their hands full. Because this Hawks team, I think they got a lot of weapons. Even with Joel Embiid, it's going to be a tough series because Clint Capella, he is probably the best running big man, and Joel on one leg, going to be a tough matchup. So this is going to be a terrific series. I'm really looking forward to it. But, man, we who? Shaq picked the Hawks in 5.
Without Embiid.
Without Embiid. I'm going to say my Sixers in 7.
Oh. Without Joel Embiid or with him?
With or without Joel Embiid, I'm taking the Sixers in 7.
And what I like about the Hawks, Ernie, Kenny, and Chuck, is they enjoy being the underdog. They really do. Because, you know, they weren't expected to win the last series. Everybody was so high on the Knicks, especially Kenny.
I wasn't high on the Knicks.
Trey and the guys, my guy John Collins, they enjoy being the underdog. And I'm sure everybody's thinking with Embiid, they're going to be on the dog. So, you know, they're definitely going to be ready.
Meantime, the Clippers series with the Mavs is going to end. The only series going the full 7. And will we see the home team win a game in this series? The Game 7 is in L.A.
Superstar showed up last night, Chuck.
Yeah, Kawhi did.
Boy.
Ernie, I think that the Mavs made a huge mistake last night. And let me tell you something, Kawhi Leonard sent the rest of the NBA a message last night. When I don't want us to lose, we're not going to lose.
You got 45.
I mean, and he's played just, even though in those other games, going back down 3 and 4 down in Dallas, he's been great. I think the home team will win tomorrow.
Unless they put my boy in.
Who's your
My boy, Urang was dominating last night. I don't know why they took him out.
Okay.
I have the Clippers finally
I don't know
winning
why
the
they took
home
them
game
out.
tomorrow. I'll be shocked if the Clippers don't win tomorrow.
We've already seen something we haven't seen with the road team winning all the first 6 games. We did see it in the bubble last year, but outside the bubble, we
No,
have
he
not seen
added
that.
the IUS to Cornell and made me Cornelius.
Yeah, because that man right there is brilliant, and
Well,
you're
so am
not.
I.
You're Cornelius.
That's
He's
why he
Cornell.
said, he's like, he said he's Cornell and I'm Cornelius.
We're coming back with more here on
You
Inside
sound
the
smart,
NBA.
Ernie.
Thank you.
If it-
Cornelius,
Thank you, Ernest. Thank you,
hand me
Shaq.
the Grey Poupon.